Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Patricia, and it's really cute that I'm sporting the pink because I've never had a Crumbl cookie before. It was their birthday this week. So we went to the local Crumbl and they were out of the Twix. But I've got all of the 5 cookies other than that available, and I'm going to try them for you today in this video. So right here we have all 5 cookies. Let me try and... got the Oreo one right here. It's not focusing, but you can see the pink sugar. This is the chocolate chip. You've got Snickers, I think, and then a birthday cake one, which I'm super excited about because it's layered, and I think it might be like a cake instead of a cookie because it's a lot softer than the other ones. But they all look really good, so I'm going to take a taste of each, and then I also have a little cup of milk right here. Can't exactly show up, you can see it, and so I'll do a little bit with the milk and a little bit without. Alright, and then I'll also be rating it at the end, so make sure to stay for that. So we're gonna start with the classic chocolate chip. So we're gonna take a little chunk out of it. Alright, so just from this initial bite, it does kind of taste like a regular chocolate chip cookie, but like it starts out like with nothing, and then it tastes like a chocolate chip cookie. Like not nothing, but like it starts out like you can't really taste it as like a chocolate chip cookie. You just don't know what it is, and then it's like, oh, I will say I didn't get any chocolate chips in that bite, so maybe the chocolate chips are where it's at. But I also know like a lot of people tend to just get the flavor of the week and not like the original like sugar cookie and chocolate chip cookie, so that might be why it just didn't like have that pizzazz that some of the other ones might have. But let's take another chunk. This time it has chocolate chips in it, not that you could really see it. And let's dip it in some milk. Want to get it really in, and then let's make sure I don't drip. And bon appetit. Chocolate chips are really good, actually. I can't pin it down, but it's just so much better with milk. I will admit, I do like most desserts with milk. Like, I can't eat cake without, like, milk. And I can't have this, that, and the next without milk. So, these cookies, or at least the chocolate chip one, seems like it's just better with milk. So yeah. That was chocolate chip one, and of course we'll be rating it at the end, so wait for that. And then we'll do like a little ranking. The next one we're gonna try, here is the sugar cookie. It's the pink frosting sugar cookie, I believe it's called. So let's take our initial bite. So what I'm getting from these cookies, just from both tastes, is that they start off with this like not awful taste. It's not even bad, but it's this weird taste where you're like unsure of what you're eating. And then once it like settles in and once you're like actually eating it, it kind of comes at you and it's like, hey, this is what you're eating. It was good. The frosting is amazing, I will say. I did quite enjoy the taste of the frosting. I don't know what kind it is. Can't exactly pin that down, but whatever kind, it's really, really good. So, yeah. Let me try it with milk off this end. Dip it in, not to drip it again. Oh, that's where it's at. So I think the biggest thing is like the initial bite where you have that like weird taste where you don't know where it's like going. I think the biggest thing with that is like the milk helps with it. Where like you're focused on the milk and you taste like a milk and cookies, like you taste that, and then it introduces you to the flavor of the cookie, and so it's this really nice balance. And I also think that they absorb the milk really well, so it tastes so good with milk. I think if that's how they are, all their cookies are going to be similar to that, but I'm not going to assume too soon that all the cookies are going to kind of have that like, well, they're better with milk because they have that initial taste. We'll see. Especially, I'm interested in the Oreo one because it's got like a chocolate color, and then the cake. I will say the Snickers one might be like that, just because I think it's like made very similarly to the chocolate chip one, but we'll see. So the next one, actually speaking of, we're gonna taste is the Snickers cookie. Doesn't want to focus, which, granted, it doesn't have to. It's a cookie, and it seems to think that I want it focused on me. No. Yeah, there we go. You saw it for a second. So it looks like it has like Snickers and frosting and like chocolate like drizzle on top. So I'm gonna try and get like a chunk that has some of the frosting in it, which I sort of successfully did, sort of didn't. And let's have a taste. Ooh. So, this one is called the peanut butter cookie, actually. So, just in that initial taste, I mean, like, here's a little bit of extra frosting with the chocolate on top, so I'll have this little piece as well. I think the frosting, spectacular, and the cookie actually was not like the other ones. It felt richer, and I think there might be like there's peanut butter inside, and I think that the peanut butter inside actually really helped with the taste of the cookie, like making it, I don't even know where to place it. Like it didn't have that initial like weird flavor where you don't know where you're going. So I guess it must be like the normal cookies kind of have that taste where you're like unsure, and then it hits you and you're like, oh, and this is really good, but it doesn't like stand out the way that the like weekly one, or at least this weekly one, has. So I'm definitely gonna have to see with milk. Oh, the icing fell off. Try. It's actually not as good with milk in comparison to the other ones. Let me have another taste with the icing, just because it did fall off of that one. Yeah, I think there's less for the milk to absorb into, and it kind of just tastes weird with it. It might be the peanut butter. Not a big like peanut butter and like milk of any sort. Like peanut butter ice cream, like if you put that with like milk, like milkshake kind of deal, yeah, not a big fan of that. Like I don't think I like the peanut butter and milk kind of taste, so that might have to do with it. But I just wasn't a big fan of it. I mean, it wasn't bad by any means, but this cookie I actually think I would prefer without milk. It's really good. I think it's better than the other two, but the other two are definitely better with milk than that one is. And we're gonna save the cake for last. So the next cookie we have here is the Oreo one, which I'm really interested kind of trying to see. It is spelling, but I kind of would like to see if maybe that doesn't have that initial taste as well, just because it's chocolate, which that one had peanut butter in it, and that's why I think it didn't have that initial flavor. So let's see. And this one has icing on it too, which we've discussed. Their icing is good, so. Ooh, different icing. It doesn't taste like the icing in Oreos, which I kind of was expecting it more to be closer to that, especially if it tasted different. But I think it kind of tasted like cream cheese icing, and it was really good. The chocolate taste, amazing. It does taste like an Oreo like cookie with the bottom piece, but like that icing is definitely like a buttercream or cream cheese, whatever. It's an icing with some sort of something that makes it really good. So I appreciate that. I am going to try now to get another piece off without destroying the cookie. Here is the next piece, and we're gonna dip her in some milk. I'm seeing a pattern here. The milk better with the first two. Like the regularly there pink sugar icing and chocolate chip, but I mean that one's better on its own, I would argue. I mean the milk It is great, but I prefer it. Now, I am going to take a little sip of it because I'm a little thirsty. Seriously, like, milk is... I think people don't give enough credit to milk because milk tastes so good. And unless you're lactose intolerant, go get yourself a cup of milk right now. You will not regret it. That leads us to the final cookie, or I guess it's more of a cake. So here is the birthday cake. If it would focus in, you can kind of see it's got sprinkles. No, focus on the cake. Clearly my camera doesn't want to focus, but it's got sprinkles and icing, and it's layered, which the other cookies are clearly not. That's why I'm thinking it's probably a cake. So let us grab, or attempt to grab a piece off of the end. Or maybe it's not icing, or sprinkles, but it's got something inside of it as well as on top. It's kind of just whatever. It's not bad, but it just kind of tastes like cake. Like, it didn't really stand out. And I think a big thing is, like, there's icing on the other cookies, and they're cookies, and there's peanut butter on the one, but, like, this just kind of tasted like cake. And I think that that's why this one doesn't feel so special, which leads me to think that I might like it more with the milk. We're gonna have to try, but it's really, really falling apart. So I'm not even going to make an attempt. This whole thing is mine at the end of the day. So I'm just gonna bite it and then take a sip of the milk. All right. So that was amazing with the milk, but just like how I said, like, I prefer a lot of desserts. My hair would not stop getting in my face. Anyways, I like desserts with milk, especially sweet ones. Especially ones that are like on the sweeter side, so that was correct. But like that are dry, I think I just prefer how they taste with the milk. And then spongy desserts, I also think I prefer with the milk because I don't know, I like the absorbing, like the taste of it once it's absorbed with the milk. I don't know, I just think it tastes better with milk. No clue as to why. Maybe there's something in it that, like, the reason that it's spongy is also the reason that it tastes good with milk. But so yeah, so that's all the cookies, but you're still here, and that's because we got rating to do. So we're gonna give each of them like a number, and then we'll kind of go into what that means, like where that's ranked. Chocolate chip is what we have left. It was good. It was just a chocolate chip cookie. Like, it didn't really stand out other than that, like, weird initial flavor. But I love chocolate chip cookies, so it was just a chocolate chip cookie, but it was a good chocolate chip cookie because it was a chocolate chip cookie. Does that make sense? It should. So, but with that being said, I will give her a 7.5. Like, she was basic, but she was good. The icing, or the pink icing one, she was good. Let me show you, what we're talking about. It's what we have left. Can't really see it because my camera doesn't want to focus, but like I said, she was good, but she was, like, just like the chocolate chip one, like, just a chocolate chip cookie, how that was just like a chocolate cookie. It was just like a sugar cookie. Like, it didn't have anything that, like, stood out to me so much so that, like, it gets a whole thing. But I kind of think it was better than the chocolate chip a teeny bit flavor-wise, because the icing was good. So I'm going to give her a 7.6 because she needs to be better, but she's not that much better. Next one, the Snickers. This is what we have left. And she gets probably like an 8.2. She was fine. She was better than fine. She was good. Take that whole thing back. I actually think she was like a 9.4. She was really good, and I think the peanut butter inside made it taste so much better. I really do like. I really like where that went. The icing on it was really good, and yeah. The next one is the Oreo, which this is what we have left. If you could kind of see that, it was good. I was expecting it to be my favorite. It was not my favorite. It was close, but it was not my favorite. So with what I gave the last one, I'll say like an 8.6. I mean, it was good, like I said, but like, it was just like an Oreo cookie. And you could buy those, and they're crunchy, and I like crunchy cookies, which I should have kind of expected. Obviously, Crumbl was going to be softer, and they were good. I also like soft cookies, just not as much. And then finally, the birthday cake, which this is what we have left. It was good, but it was just cake. So we're gonna jump, and I will say, I think I prefer cookies over cake. So we're gonna see. I'll give it like a 6.5, maybe. So yeah. So now, on screen right now is, or it should be, the rating, or like the order of the rating. So you can know which one I found the best, which is obviously the Snicker one. And the rest of the list. So that is that. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. I loved making this. They were great. Definitely go try Crumbl if you haven't. It's not for everyone, and it won't be for you necessarily, but I would always hope it would be, and I hope you enjoy. I loved it, and that is all. So, like I said, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe. Do all the things. Hit the bell. Make sure it's on so you can, follow us. See our next video. We have a lot of stuff coming out. We always do. Our projects are always in the works. We've got lists and lists and lists of things that might get done, and we'll see. And other than that, yeah, that's all. So enjoy. Bye.